Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of an Undisputed Tips video. And man, oh man, do I have a good one for you guys today, because in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys some feint setups slash combos to add to your arsenal to make you that much more dangerous in any Undisputed online fight. Now, you guys know, anytime I get information or I learn something that I feel like can better the community as a whole, I drop it in one of my videos, and this is exactly that. These feint setups slash combos are very, very useful, especially against high level opponents, to try to get yourself some damage and to just kind of mix up your opponent and keep them on their toes. But there's a disclaimer to this video. All of these setups slash combinations you guys are going to see here in this video all require setups. They all require you to set a pattern against an opponent to kind of get their defenses down and kind of lull them to sleep, and then you can utilize the feint setup slash combo to get that maximum damage that you're looking for and potentially get a stun or even a knockdown in the process of it. So actually, something that I want to cover on too, if you guys don't know how to feint in Undisputed, it's left on your D-pad plus any punch input. So if you're throwing a jab, all you got to do is click the left arrow on the D-pad plus the jab button. You're gonna feint that jab. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm hitting left on the D-pad. You guys see that's what the feint looks like for the jab. Feint looks like for the straight. Feint looks like for the lead hook. Feint looks like for the rear hook. Uppercuts as well. There you go. So left on the D-pad plus any punch input is going to give you that feint. So now that we got that established, let's go ahead and get into the setup slash combinations that I have for you guys here. And the first one that I'm going to have is going to be the feint jab to the body into rear power uppercut to the head. So it's going to look like this. You guys see how fast that is? Very, very quick. And why it's useful and very, very good to add to your repertoire is because the body jab is by far the most utilized punch in the game right now. We all know body jabs are broken. People love to use them, and they're the best way to kind of stack up points against an opponent in online fights. So we kind of playing off that. We're playing off that. We're feigning that jab to the body and then coming up top with the rear power uppercut. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep your opponent, it's going to kind of catch your opponent off guard. And we all know with the rear hand, depending on who you're using, with somebody like Terrence Crawford, he has very, very good uppercuts, and Canelo as well has very, very good uppercuts. So if you time this out right, you could potentially get not only a stun, you could even get a knockdown, a flash knockdown as well. So adding this to your repertoire is very, very useful, regardless of the fighter, but obviously with some boxers it's going to be better than others. So again, feint jab or feint body jab, rear uppercut to the head. Very quick, very useful combination. If you time it out right, you know, you're gonna stack up some damage really quick, and you're gonna get your opponent to kind of just start second guessing whether they want to drop their hands down low or they want to guard up to the top with the uppercut. So very, very good feint setup into a combo that I hope you guys actually add to your own game. Now, the second combo that I'm going to have for you guys is going to be the feint lead hook into power straight. This one is a little bit tougher because of the timing input of it, but if it's utilized in the correct way, it can be very useful. It really, really could be. Now, you want to establish this feint setup off of lead hooks, which is another strike that everybody throws. Everybody loves to use this lead hook in the game. It's one of the more utilized things as well as the body jab. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna feint that lead hook and immediately input a straight right after it. Like I said, it's very, very time specific. It's not something that I would recommend you guys using without practicing it in practice mode, but no, I'm sorry, not in practice mode, but in quick fight. So you see, you're gonna feint the lead hook, and if you don't time it out correctly, it's not going to come out as quick. So definitely go into practice mode, practice it, get a good feel for it before you take it into online quick fights and online ranked fights. Very, very useful tool. Very quick, just like the feint jab to the body, rear uppercut to the head, can be very, very useful. And depending on who you're using again and when you're throwing it, could potentially get you a stun or a wobble or even a knockdown again, depending on how hurt your opponent is. So the third combo feint setup that I have for you guys is going to be the rear power hook feint into lead power uppercut. Now this, I know that's a lot. So stay with me, my people, stay with me. So it's going to look something like this right here. You see that right there? Very, very quick. Very, very useful, especially if you're getting somebody that's being really reckless with their body jabs or their straights to the body or something like that. Very, very useful combination to have in your repertoire. It can be very, very quick. And just like the lead hook into power straight, go into practice mode and practice this, man. Because if you don't, you might mess up the input. And trust me, you don't want to miss the timing on this, because if you feint and you don't throw that uppercut with a quickness after, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to getting caught with a power hook yourself, and you're getting caught in vulnerability. So definitely go into quick fight offline and practice this, because it's a very useful combination when timed out correctly. So it's going to look like this again. Bam, bam. You see how we load up? Kind of gives that illusion that we're going to throw that hook. And then we come up. Oh, damn, I threw a jab right there. But gives that illusion of the hook. Comes back with an uppercut to trying to catch your opponent, either ducking down with a body shot or even ducking down just in general to try to avoid that hook. And this is something, ironically, that Canelo uses in real life as well. He uses that feint lead hook. That feint lead hook into the power uppercut. Absolutely obliterates a lot of opponents, man. Does some heavy amounts of damage just because we all know he likes to throw hooks. So definitely go into quick fight, practice that, get a good feel for it, and then add it to your arsenal in any online, either in online quick fight or in online championships as well. So the last one that I'm gonna have for you guys, the last combo setup that I'm gonna have off of a feint is going to be the feint straight into rear power hook. This is another one that's really, really quick. I probably should have broke this one down to you guys before I did the power hook one, but it's either here nor there. Very, very useful, especially if you're known to be throwing a lot of body straights. Very quick to set up off of that. And again, very damaging if you catch your opponent with it and they don't know that it's coming. So it's going to look something like this, right? So we're going to go like that. Power hook up to the head. You guys see how fast that is? There's really no delay on it. Very, very quick. Very useful. You guys see how much damage it's doing to the head. And like I said, based off of who you're using, you could potentially get a stun a lot quicker than what I did with Bud right there. So very, very quick feint into a power hook combination. Very useful setup. Can be used virtually any time. I would highly suggest you don't use this against opponents that are circling to the opposite side, because it will leave you vulnerable for a counter shot. But if used correctly, can be great and could potentially even lead into you getting a stun depending on when you use it. So I know I said that was going to be the last one, but I'll add in an extra one for you guys as well. So the next extra one, the bonus one that I'm going to give you guys, is the power hook to lead power hook feint combination. Very, very good, but this one is really, really time specific, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. So once again, don't use this in online quick fight or in online at all until you get it down, because this is one that even I have trouble with doing, right? So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna go here, bam, bam. Oh, that's an uppercut. Once you get the input, it can be very, very quick, but it can be very, very good and very, very sneaky, because your opponent might just be standing there and expecting, hey, this rear hook is gonna miss because of a desync, or it hasn't been landing all fight long, or they take like a little one of those little diagonal dodges or directional dodges, and they go right into that and potentially could get smoked. You feel what I'm saying? So the feint rear power hook into lead power hook, very, very quick and very, very good combination. As long as you have the timing down on the combination, that's the key to it. That's the key to every single one of these combos. Working on the timing on them. Working on not only the timing, but the setup of them as well is super, super important. But that's it from me, my people. If you guys have any feint setups or any feint combinations that you guys throw that you guys feel like would benefit the community to learn, please drop them in the comment section of this video. As well as if you guys have any questions on anything that I broke down here with the feint setup / combinations in the video, please ask away, man. Ask away. I'm here to help the community get better at this game. That's what I'm about. I want the community to be informed, number one, and to be better players if you want to do so. So please ask questions in the comment section and let me know what you guys thought about these feint combos / setups as well. But that's it from me, my people. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. It would be much appreciated. So that way this video does get tossed into the YouTube algorithm and more people get to enjoy the great content that I have for you guys here on the channel. But until next time, my people, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from, and I will see you guys in the next video.